All right, so first, I think it's important to talk about the framing. He says it's New Jersey's Jewish invasion, but that is a very wild terminology because there really isn't a Jewish invasion in New Jersey. It's like, it's a really false term. And the reason is simple. In 1899, seemingly, the Jewish population in New Jersey was 6% of the total state population. In 2026, it's still 6% of the state's total population. All right? The population has not increased in, I mean, it has increased in numbers, but percentage-wise, it has not increased in the last 127 years, all right? This is not an invasion, all right? In my opinion, that's just literally people that have been living there for hundreds of years, doing their thing in that area for 100 years, all right? So, again, the term invasion, definitely a bit of a twist. All right, now I see a lot of people being like, every Republican shared the Somali scammer documentary. For some reason, none of them have shared this. Well, we're going to look into it. Any fraud does need to get exposed. I don't care who does the fraud. If it's a Jew fraud, then they got to go. If it's a Somali fraud, they got to go. I think the major difference is the Somalis have been doing $18 billion of fraud, and there really isn't evidence that the Jews have been doing that much fraud. But we'll do a deep dive. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, in my opinion, being on welfare is not fraud. It's manipulating the system, but it's not fraud. It's unfortunately what the system was designed to do. I am a radical anti-communist myself. I hate the welfare state, and I'm excited to see what we got. All right, I'm excited to see what we got. Now, interesting other notes. There was a congregation called the B'nai Yeshurun in Newark, New Jersey, founded in 1848. All right, so in regards to New Jersey alone, this is a almost 200-year-old synagogue in New Jersey. Calling it an invasion today is definitely wild, all right? Just historically speaking, this is just New Jersey, all right? I'm just talking about New Jersey, not even referring to, like, the entire country or anything. All right, the history of Jews in New Jersey started in the 1600s, all right? Like, which is pretty insane, all right? Again, not obviously tons of Jews, all right, but there have been Jews in New Jersey for hundreds of years, all right? Just to be clear, this isn't like Somalis that came to America within the last decade, all right? They've been here for a while, all right? Just to be clear, and it's pretty important. They've been part of all the wars. They've been part of the Revolutionary War, right? This Levi guy, Jewish dude, was commissioned to ensign the 1st Regiment of September 12, 1778, all right? So again, the idea that it's an invasion because there are Jews in New Jersey now is definitely a stretch, and not possibly comparable to the immigration crisis that we have. All right, just trying to put things into perspective just for a second. All right, just thought I should say that. Now, what a lot of people are unaware of in New Jersey that I've been looking into for a while, that there is actually a Mayor Sayegh, who deemed Paterson, New Jersey as, get ready, Little Palestine. They renamed Paterson, New Jersey as Little Palestine.
Ramadan Mubarak. Paterson is proud to have the largest Muslim population in the state of New Jersey. And we are a better city because Muslims call Paterson home.
A better city? Because I don't look, man, I'm not trying to be controversial or anything, but I've been looking at the rape gangs throughout Europe and stuff, and I'm not seeing a lot of straight white Christian rape gangs or Hasidic Jewish rape gangs. You know, I'll be real, just trying to be upfront for a second. So anyway, it actually got really bad. The Islamification in Paterson is actually insane. All right, not only is it being called Little Palestine by its own mayor, they don't wear American flags. The police wear Palestine flags in Paterson, New Jersey.
إذا ممكن تعرفنا عن حالك؟
طبعا اسمي أديب كنيس. أنا أصلي من فلسطين. مواليد هاي البلد وبشتغل بشرطة باترسون.
اللي لفتني أنا بلباسك أو الزي الرسمي حاطط علم فلسطين يعني كيف فيك تحكي لنا شوي يعني ليش حاطط العلم؟
Why do you have that flag?
الزملاء تبعك لما شافوا هالعلم.
طبعا إحنا بنمثل طبعا أصلنا.
Of course we represent Palestine.
أهلي فلسطينية أنا فلسطيني. بحب.
So weird that they can't pronounce the P in Palestine if they're indigenous to Palestine.
بعشق بلدي كمان فلسطين.
فيك تحكي لنا قديش صار لك مع الشرطة بباترسون وشو اللي خلاك يعني تنضم لشرطة باترسون؟
هلا أنا داخل بالسنة الثالثة مع الشرطة اللي خلاني أنضم. إحنا عندنا جالية عربية كبيرة.
نعم.
بدنا نشارك طبعا مع
Yeah, so anyway, you get the idea, all right? They're replacing American flags with Palestine flags, all right, which is pretty diabolical. The mayor, actually, this is the mayor, much to all of our surprise, This is actually the mayor, but not in Gaza. No, this is in Hoboken, New Jersey. You thought Paterson was the only occupied New Jersey territory? This is Hoboken, New Jersey, where they raised a Palestinian flag instead of an American flag in City Hall, which is pretty diabolical, if you ask me. That's definitely something. Again, if I would see Jews holding an Israeli flag instead of an American flag, I would criticize them the same. I think it's pretty equivalent, in my opinion. All right, just to understand what Paterson, New Jersey is actually up to, the mosques are the polling stations now. The main street was renamed to Palestine Way. The city-backed Palestine Day and Palestine Week are now holidays in the city. Students are only fed halal food in public schools. That's funded by your taxpayers, by the way. Islamic holidays replace civic calendars. That's right. There's no Christmas, but there is Ramadan. All right. Public parks are used for religious political campaign rallies. Officials partner with Hamas-linked nonprofits. Foreign-trained Sharia imams lead prayers in City Hall. Sister city agreement with Ramallah, the capital of the Palestinian Authority. All right. This is not even remotely close to Jews on welfare, in my perspective. Again, maybe I'm wrong, and I'm going to watch Tyler Oliveira's video, because if there's any fraud, it needs to get exposed, and those people need to go to jail. I've been pretty upfront about this. It doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter if it's Jews or Muslims or anything. All right, these are the Palestinians in New Jersey showing the face of the movement, which is amazing. They're, like, actually holding up, like, little signs of Hitler and, like, little protests. It's crazy. It's almost like their ideology really isn't so much about Palestine, and it's almost about killing the Jews in Israel or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just mistaken about that. That's pretty crazy. And this is the sign in Paterson, New Jersey. All right, this, you know, every city has like a little sign, welcome to the city. All right, so from Paterson to Jerusalem, welcome to Little Palestine. This is the sign. I've said it for a long time. The Palestine thing, it literally is an excuse for these retards to invade our countries and make believe that we should have empathy to them because they keep starting wars and losing. Anyone that's familiar with the history of Palestine at all knows everything about it. All right, yeah, this is real. This isn't like AI. This is a real sign in Paterson, New Jersey. Declared the capital of Palestine. All right, celebrating people that started lots of wars and lost all of them. Now, in case you were unaware, I showed you earlier that the earliest synagogue in New Jersey was built in 1848. Well, the earliest mosque in New Jersey was built in 1980 something, in the 1980s. All right, again, you cannot possibly compare. Like, what's going on here? All right, let's be real. Like, I'm just trying to be honest for just a second. Let's be real. This is pretty freaking insane. It really is. Right, when we're talking about invasions in New Jersey. Now, New York, all right, New Jersey's better half, some would say. All right, this happened yesterday in New York under a Islamic mayor. Right, these are the random NYPD officers getting lynched in public by a mob. Oh, no, not getting lynched. No, it's not lynching. They're only just throwing snowballs at them with rocks into snowballs, and they ended up hospitalizing one of these police officers. Yeah, I don't see any Jewish neighborhoods doing this, by the way. Or Christian neighborhoods. Or honestly, any neighborhoods, to be honest. Like, if you want my honest opinion. It's literally only Islamic and communist neighborhoods that do this. Like, this is awful. And if you look at this guy's eye, like, you'll see they hit him with a rock in his eye. Like, look at that. He's bleeding from his eye over here. Like, that's insane. You
good? You good? You okay? Let's do it.
This is completely unacceptable. I don't know, man. We gotta get these cops equipped with cattle prods. There's no reason for this. This is completely and utterly unacceptable. It's actually an invasion, right? We quite literally have foreigners and communists attacking our legal honorable law enforcement, and it's honestly insane. Complete and utter insanity. Zohran Mamdani, mayor of New York City, released a statement in one of the worst statements I've ever seen. I've seen the videos of kids throwing snowballs at NYPD officers in Washington Square Park. Officers, like all city workers, have been out in a historic blizzard, keeping New Yorkers safe and cars moving. Treat them with respect. If anyone's catching a snowball, it's me! So one of those police officers had to be hospitalized because they hit him in the eye with a rock. But he's hitting them with a couple of kids throwing all kids.
The demand of $1 billion is not because that is the amount of money that will solve everything. It comes out of an understanding that policing is something that does not create safety.
Policing doesn't create safety, the mayor says. And all of a sudden, the people in the city start attacking police officers? I can't believe it.
And what we need to do is reinvest into things that are proven indicators and creators of safety.
So, by the way, the most proven indication of safety is killing criminals. Getting rid of them forever. That's the most indicative way to create safety, by the way, for like all of human history.
And the city council budget did not do that. And it's just mind-blowing. They cut 1 out of 4 cadet classes next year. The headcount of the police department will go up next year. How we can call this a serious cut to the police is beyond me.
Right, so he's been pushing for cutting police shit forever, and he's so surprised that his constituents are the ones that are attacking them. So Zohran Mamdani made a crazy tweet over here, right? So I've seen videos of kids throwing shit at people, but this was also Zohran Mamdani in 2020 retweeting this. This is some guy saying, I saw a cop crying in his car, Lamau, and he retweeted it saying, nature is healing. Wow, dude, isn't that crazy? Nature is healing, responding to someone seeing a cop crying in a car, right? This guy is out there really fighting for his police force. Now, the craziest thing is he did like a whole press conference thing, and his response to the fact that they were doing this was, those gosh darn kids.
From the videos that I've seen, it looks like a snowball fight.
It was a mostly peaceful snowball fight.
I think that there were 2 officers who were facing lacerations on their face.
Call for prosecution of those who...
If it was just a snowball fight, why were there officers with lacerations on their face?
Look, I've seen the videos of this snowball fight. I think that it was a snowball fight.
The NYPD.
Are we serious? But one guy has blood dripping out of his eye, needs to get hospitalized. And there were, by the way, a lot more than just those 2 cops. There were multiple cops from multiple angles.
He says no arrests have been made, but the investigation remains ongoing. Elections have
nothing's going to happen.
Consequences, Sandra.
Elections have consequences. Turns out, if you literally vote in a communist, anti-police, anti-American Muslim, he's gonna fight for the communist retard foreigners over the police force. No fucking shit. Anyway, they're turning New York into London in real time. It's honestly insane. It's crazy. And of course, Zohran Mamdani recently released a new ad. Him and AOC, another retard, and they came together to release an ad for childcare for illegal aliens. That's right, where your taxpayer dollars could go to fund illegal aliens' childcare. This is fraud, by the way. Blatant and open fraud. And you know the best part? Guess what language they make the ad in?
Hola.
Mi español no es el mejor.
No te preocupes, alcalde. Si su hijo o hija está cumpliendo 3 o 4 años en el 2026, usted puede registrarlos gratis en el programa Kinder 3 o Pre-Kinder de la ciudad de Nueva York. Pero debe registrarse el 27 de febrero, que es la fecha límite. Cualquier padre de la familia de la ciudad de Nueva York, sin importar su ocupación, ingreso o estatus migratorio, es elegible para registrar a sus hijos.
All right, so this is fraud because my taxpayer dollars should not be going for illegal aliens to get their child babysat by retards and groomed into become, I don't know, whatever the fuck, transgender school shooters or whatever the fuck they teach them these days. All right, quite literally, that's insane. This is traitorous to our country, and it's direct and blatant fraud. Now, for me, I'm excited to see what's actually going on in Lakewood, New Jersey, with the Jewish invasion, quote unquote invasion. But I just wanted to give you some caveats and backstory here. All right, I wanted to give you the disclaimers as to my biases. I just wanted to make that clear. But to be fair, I am very anti-fraud. All fraud needs to be shut down. All illegal aliens have to go. Literally.